Hello and welcome everyone. This is Kaylin's English podcast. This podcast is designed for English learners. I'm here to help you practice your listening skills. I'm Kaylin, a professional English teacher on italki. Today, let's talk about hobbies, also known as things we do in our free time, spare time, or for fun. What are hobbies, you might be wondering? Well, they are an activity or activities that you do for pleasure when you are not working. Most people have hobbies. However, sometimes people do not like to tell others about their hobby or hobbies. In this episode, I'm going to go over some different types of hobbies. The first type of hobby is athletics. Yes, athletics can be a career, but it can also be a hobby. Participating in athletic activities is a great way to get some exercise. I'm talking about things like running, playing a sport such as basketball, tennis, and golf, weightlifting, canoeing, kayaking, surfing, and more. Do you enjoy running? I do. I run for approximately 30 minutes a day, 3 days a week. For me, it is a great way to get some fresh air and build up my cardio. It also helps me clear my head, as I'm mostly tuned into music or a podcast while running, instead of any work activities I must complete. When I was young, I played both basketball and soccer. I started playing soccer, also known as football in many countries, when I was 5 years old. I played on 2 different teams and practically played all year round. I quit when I was 17 years old. I played basketball from the age of 10 until I was 13. Both of these sports I would also play at home, as I had a basketball hoop in my driveway and a big front yard. I also enjoyed rollerblading and skating. I used to use my sister's roller skates when I was a little girl, even though they were too big. When I was a preteen, I owned my own pair of rollerblades. I often rollerbladed at a local rink and around my neighborhood. I still enjoy this hobby, but have not been able to do as I left my rollerblades in the United States. I also have experience in playing other sports such as tennis and golf. Do you enjoy playing sports for fun? The next hobby is crafting. Crafting is an activity involving a special skill at making things with your hands. In other words, making pieces of art or artwork, making things out of wood, such as furniture, or sewing, knitting, and quilting. This type of hobby requires a level of creativity, and some of them require a steady hand. One of my grandmothers was very good at knitting and quilting. I have fond memories of her sitting in her recliner or armchair, watching television while making a big, beautiful blanket. She gave each of her grandchildren a blanket when they were born. I have 2 of her blankets. One from when I was born, and the other she gave me for a special occasion. I am one of the lucky few that has 2. I learned how to knit, but I'm not very fast at it, and have yet to finish a project. My sister's husband knows how to do woodwork. He has made some really cool decorations and has refinished old furniture. Do you enjoy crafting? How many pieces of art have you made? There are many people out there who have the hobby of collecting. Do you have a collection of items such as coins, watches, postal stamps, books, movies, posters, or any amount of items that can be considered a collection? If you do, then you are a collector. I know several people who are collectors. I personally collect penguin-related items, such as toys, clothing, accessories, and decorations like stickers and lights. My husband has a nice but small watch collection. When he was a child, he collected Pokemon cards. My nephew has a coin collection. Being a collector sometimes involves a lot of research, as people want to find rare items to add to their collection. Often being a collector can be expensive, as many things cost money and money adds up. Are you a gamer? Gaming is a type of hobby as well. Rather, it is a board game, card games, video games, or computer games. They are all hobbies. I love playing games. While growing up, I played tons of card games and board games. I would spend an entire day or weekend playing cards with my grandma, parents, and or siblings. I enjoy playing euchre, rummy, and various poker games like Texas Hold'em. I also enjoy playing video games. I played them as a kid and still as an adult. I enjoy Mario, Animal Crossing, Donkey Kong, Street Fighter, and more. From this list, you can probably tell that I'm a fan of Nintendo. Growing up, I had several game Nintendo consoles, such as NES, GameCube, N64, and the Wii. We also had a PlayStation 2. I currently own a Nintendo Switch. I have played computer games growing up as well, such as Jeopardy, Doom, and Oregon Trail. Playing various types of games are a great way to waste time and have fun with family or friends. Do you play games? Do you enjoy reading books? Reading is a hobby as well. There are many different genres of books, and some readers love only one genre. My mother-in-law loves romance novels. My nephew loves mystery, fiction, nonfiction, and history. Actually, he basically loves any book that he can get his hands on. Reading is a great way to unwind and learn new words. I recommend that all of my students read in English as much as possible because you learn words and phrases as well as seeing how grammar is used. Music is a great hobby as well. I do not personally have any musical talent. However, I have several people in my family that do. My nephew, grandma, and some cousins play the piano. My mom, some of her sisters, and some of my cousins can sing. I have a cousin who plays accordion, a nephew who plays the drums, and more family members that play other instruments. Can you play an instrument, or do you sing? Are you a disc jockey, also known as a DJ? Do you compose music, or do you enjoy listening to music? If you are an adrenaline junkie, you may have one of the following hobbies: skydiving, base jumping, bungee jumping, or car racing. You may be wondering what an adrenaline junkie is. Well, an adrenaline junkie is someone who likes to have the feeling of excitement or being afraid, as it makes your heart beat faster and increases your energy and ability to move quickly. These hobbies have safety risks, as they could result in death or serious injury. My eldest brother is a base jumper and a skydiver. I probably never will do either of those things, as I don't enjoy the sensation of falling. We are almost out of time for today. Have I mentioned your hobby? I know there are tons of hobbies available for everyone, and you can have more than one at a time, such as one of my nephews being a reader, piano player, and a crafter, or myself playing soccer, basketball, rollerblading, video gamer, and card playing. Just to recap, I went over some of the many hobbies that we have or can have, and also used some expressions such as adrenaline junkie, free time, spare time, fresh air, and clear my head. I hope you have gained new vocabulary and expressions. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like more content, then please subscribe to this podcast. You can also support me on Patreon. Find me by typing in Kaylin Teacher. On Patreon, you can gain early access to the podcast and transcriptions. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Kaylin_teacher. Thank you for listening. I hope you all have a great day. Until next time, bye!